Welcome to Everyday Cooking with Ann. You know, good food is a way to connect with others and create great memories. And hundreds of people have bought my cookbooks as I have catered weddings and events over the years. And now I'd like to become your personal cooking coach and help you make great food step by step from scratch. And I will post a new video every week, twice a week. Thank you. In this video, we are going to make a blue cheese wedge salad. Now this salad has been a staple in high-end restaurants for years, and it is so delicious and unique that we make it at home. In fact, at home we make our own homemade dressing to go with it, and it tastes so wonderful and fresh. Okay, these are some of the ingredients, well, all of the ingredients that go in making this salad. Don't be intimidated because there's so many here, because like me, once you make a dressing and it's so good, you're gonna like several times it and have it in your fridge like I do for any time you're just in the mood for this salad dressing. So once you make the salad dressing, which includes gorgonzola or blue cheese, Italian blue cheese, it's going to have white wine vinegar, mayonnaise, sour cream, buttermilk, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of garlic powder, and that will be it just for the salad, salt and pepper. Okay, and we're gonna make that today. It includes having iceberg lettuce, lots of chopped fresh tomatoes, red onion, bacon, and if you want, we make homemade croutons. And I made another video that shows you how to make these, and these are like gold. They're so delicious that we have a hard time not snacking on them all day once we've made them. So this is what we're going to be making today. We're ready to put our wedge salad together now. I've already sliced in half a whole iceberg lettuce. Make sure it's really fresh, and if you need to feed more than 2 people, you need quite a large one. Today I'm gonna wedge it into thirds. So I've already cut it in half because sometimes we don't need a whole quarter of a lettuce. So I've gone ahead and I'm going to put into thirds, so I'm going to cut a wedge here, and I'm going to cut a wedge here. Now I'm going to give my husband the biggest wedge because he really loves this salad, so you can see how big that'll be. And mine's going to be a little bit smaller. Okay, and you can make that bigger, or if you want, you can also chop it up so that wonderful salad dressing that you put on it will seep into all the edges. The next thing I'm going to do is slice my tomatoes. I'm going to actually chop tomatoes. These are just small tomatoes, but they're really wonderful and ripe. This is a perfect summer salad if you make tomatoes. You can see how juicy and red they are. They've already been washed and prepped. And those little small grape tomatoes would work well too. But look how juicy these look. And so you can put as many of these on that you want. This salad is probably most famous in high-end restaurants that have steak. They serve it with steak, and it's a classic salad that's been around since the 1960s. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, I'm going to take my tomatoes. It's kind of a little bit draining. That's okay. We don't want too much juice on them, so I'm just going to take these with my hand and just layer them over our wedge. That's how it looks. First of all, I think we'll just go ahead and do the onion. Red onion I love red onion in probably all my salads. It just gives that little extra bit of flavor. I know there's people that either hate it or love it. So if you don't like red onion, that's okay, but I'm telling you, this truly does make the salad. So I usually slice a little bit of it, and then I'm going to chop it a little bit here in little teeny bits so that they're not big chunks. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is chop up our bacon. You can either chop it like I do, or you can just break it up with your hands. For this salad, I've given us both a couple of, it might be easier just to do it by hand at this point. I've given both of us each 2 slices of cooked bacon. And we all know bacon Goes with anything. Ice cream, salad, main dishes. Bacon always makes every dish better. Perfectly ripe. A good avocado, you could squeeze it just a little bit, and you'll see when I open it up, it's going to be perfectly ripe. If you can't squeeze it a little bit, it's probably not ripe enough. When I do an avocado, I ripen it on the counter till it feels just right, and then I put it in the refrigerator and it lasts much longer. So that's what a really good avocado looks like. In perfect condition. I'm going to go ahead and just cut through my avocado so that I can spoon it out into a bowl with my big spoon all the way down through all of the wedges. And also a lot of color. The more color, the more nutritious your salad. Now, we do make our own homemade blue cheese dressing, and I have some of that here today. However, for those of you who think that's just too big of a hassle, but it really isn't. Once you've tried it, you'll never go back. You can go to the store and buy Bob's blue cheese dressing. It's a very good dressing. It's one of my husband's favorites besides our homemade. So that's your other option. Another thing too is on top of your salad, you can add a little bit of crumbled blue cheese along with your salad dressing, which is also made out of blue cheese. So this just adds another variation of color and flavor to your salad. Okay, there's your salad. Now we're going to make the salad dressing that goes on the wedge salad, and this is the most famous part of the salad. Okay, it's called the blue cheese dressing and it's homemade. Like I mentioned before, if you want to go to the grocery store and buy Bob's blue cheese, it's very yummy, but it's expensive, usually about $6.99 a bottle. This is going to be way more economical for you, and you can make a lot at a time to use on your salads. Okay, what we have in our salad dressing is we're using a little bit of the gorgonzola cheese that we'll be mixing buttermilk with. We've got white wine vinegar, garlic powder, a little bit of mayonnaise, sour cream, and buttermilk. And we'll season it a little bit with salt and pepper as well. So you can see just from these ingredients, it's going to have a lot of flavor and creaminess. In fact, I think of all the dressings that I've tried to make, this one is by far the best ever. Okay, to start, we're going to put our blue cheese into our little bowl. We have a half a cup of that, and we've got a half a cup of buttermilk as well. And we're going to go ahead and mash that together until it kind of looks like large curd cottage cheese. So we're going to mash this up. Okay, and now what we're going to do is add a little bit. We're going to add a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise, a 1/3 of a cup of mayonnaise. Let's get that right, but if you only had a 1/2 cup in here, it would be fine too. It's very forgiving. We're going to have a 1/2 cup of sour cream. And a tablespoon of sugar. Sugar really adds just a lot of zip against the vinegar. So anything that has a dressing with a little bit of sugar and vinegar or lemon juice, you know is going to be absolutely delicious. If you want to use something like Swerve, a sugar substitute that's really much more healthy, you can use that too, and I'm sure that will be great. And now we're going to add some seasonings, and we're going to add a teaspoon of garlic powder. This also adds a lot of flavor. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. I guess if you had to, you could substitute apple cider vinegar, but this really actually makes great salad dressing. I like to put in about a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and of course fresh ground pepper. I'm going to use a little wire whisk to just get this all mixed together. And it's probably a good idea at this time to put this in the refrigerator to thicken up a little bit before you serve it on your salad. Okay, after being chilled on our salad, voila! And if you want to add homemade croutons, you can do that as well. Thank you for watching my videos. As your personal cooking coach, I'm here to guide you along the way and give you tips to make the recipe successful. Please post a comment below with any questions, suggestion, or requests for new items you would like me to teach. And let me know how the recipe works out for you. Thank you.